So I've got a bunch of these pieces. This is maple. It's going to be our drawer boxes. I've already planed them down to a 1/2 inch because that's what the drawer slides accept. Make sure you know what your drawer slides accept. If you're doing the undermount soft close, they come in either 5/8 or 1/2 inch and 3/4. They're two different types of slides, so make sure you're getting the right ones. I now have these cut to size. I'm going to rip them to the final height, if you will, that I'm looking for. Most of them are going to be fairly tall drawers, 6.5, because we're doing an office style piece here. Get those ripped down, and then we can work on putting them together. It's going to take a little while. I've got a whole bunch of them here, and more over there. So let's get into it.
All right, so we're pushing this through. We've got a whole bunch of maple here. Again, I've already planed it down to the thickness I want. Now I'm cutting it to the size. Now I have different size drawers, so I'm doing all those drawers at that size at the same time. That makes sure that everything is exactly the same height. Now that I've done the finger guns and I'm all happy because I've cut that up, now we gotta put the dado stack into the saw. Dado stacks are a great tool to have. Make sure you get yourself one whenever you can afford it. They do have cheap ones on Amazon. They also have nice ones that you may want to get. You know, you get what you pay for when it comes to this stuff, but get what you can. Now the dado stack's in there. That's going to cut the thickness of my bottom panel. It's going to cut that dado out so that I can slide that in later. You saw that. To like, subscribe, and comment if you want to win a free cutting board. I am going to do a random drawing on March 31st of 2025 and give you a free cutting board if you do those 3 things. We're going to push these things through. You can see I've got a spacing from the bottom to the dado stack is about 1/2 inch. That is where that hardware for these undermount slides goes. It's important to know the type of hardware you're going to use because some people will do just a rabbited joint on the bottom. I need a dado.
We're going to cut some drawers now. So I've already cut these sides, and now I need to cut the bottom. I'm making the bottom at a 1/4 inch, one side pre-finished plywood. So I've got my tables all set up. We're going to rip this thing together.
So I typically have plenty of space here. In this case, I did not. That's a giant Murphy bed / office that I've been working on that I did a little pre-assembly on, thinking, hey, this will be good. I can see how everything fits together. And then I needed to cut the bottom panel for the drawers. So I'm going to do something very unsafe and cut the plywood like that. Not only plunge cut it, but then I'm going to awkwardly push it through and try to figure out how to flip this thing around to cut the other piece. I don't want to rip it. It's only 1/4 inch thick. So it's an awkward pull it off, flip it over, hope, pray it doesn't rip, and then finish it up. Made it happen, but I wouldn't recommend it. Now we're going to cross cut in order to get the panels to size. Again, this is probably not ideal. A cross cut sled would be good. A sliding table saw would be even better. But that's not something I got, so this is what I do. Now we need to glue up these drawers. So throw the glue on there. The glue is going to do the main heavy lifting, if you will, for these drawers. And the nails are just going to hold it together so I don't have to use all my clamps. So nails and glue, it'll work just fine. Once those are in, I can move on to sliding that bottom panel in, which is very satisfying when it works. And then put the other side in to close it up. Be careful with your squeeze out on those inside corners. If you don't clean that up, you can end up with a mess trying to get them clean later. So make sure you get good coverage, but clean up that squeeze out as soon as you get it all put together. This is the easy, simple way of doing drawers. Glue and nails is a great way. If you haven't seen the undermount slides install video, I will leave a link to that in the description. Here's a very fast version of the install right there. You can see putting everything together. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And I will see you next time on Crafted in Florida.